Now for a Sun News exclusive you will not see anywhere else. Prime Minister Stephen Harper and his Conservative caucus met this morning ahead of this afternoon's throne speech, and only our cameras were there. Let's take you there.
Cette nouvelle session parlementaire est un moment important pour réfléchir à ce que nous faisons ici et pour regarder vers l'avenir. Only 2.5 years ago, Canadians sent us to Ottawa with clear instructions. Navigate the uncertain global economy, create jobs and growth, keep taxes low, protect our families and communities from crime, make our country safe and strong. As a team, we've worked hard on these priorities. Nous avons dû prendre des décisions difficiles et nous avons fait les bons choix pour le Canada. We faced tough decisions and we have made the right choices for this country. Now the results of our work are clear. We're creating jobs and growth. We're expanding our trade into new markets. Government debt is low and deficits are falling. Businesses are creating opportunities. More Canadians are working now than ever before. Depuis la période de la récession mondiale, plus d'1 million de nouveaux emplois nets canadiens ont été créés, le meilleur bilan du G7. Since the depth of the global recession, more than 1 million net new Canadian jobs have been created, the best record in the G7. Friends, that is a record Canadians can be proud of, a record that we can be proud of. Nous pouvons aussi être fiers des mesures décisives que nous avons prises pour assurer la sécurité de nos rues et communautés. We in this room believe that Canadian families have a right to go about their daily lives without having to worry about being victimized by crime. And we know that for too long our justice system focused on the rights of criminals while victims had no voice. C'est pourquoi, à la dernière session parlementaire, nous avons adopté la loi sur la sécurité des rues et des communautés et pas moins de 13 autres mesures législatives afin de protéger les Canadiens et leurs familles. That's why, during the last session, we passed the Safe Streets and Communities Act and no less than 13 other pieces of government legislation. Legislation to protect Canadians and their families. Now that is a record. There are a couple more things you should be proud of. Ours is the government that finally restored marketing freedom to Canada's rainforest. Gone is the wasteful and ineffective long gun registry. And we're standing up for our men and women in uniform by finally giving them the equipment they need and the respect they deserve. Nous défendons le Canada. Ici et à l'étranger, notre gouvernement fait ce qu'il faut, pas ce qu'il est facile. And we stand up for Canada. At home and abroad, ours is a government that does what is right, not what is easy. Friends, colleagues, we're also a government that proudly tells our national story. From the sense of identity that 200 years ago united Canada for the first time to repel an American invasion, to the great sacrifices made by Canadians in more recent decades in defense of freedom and human dignity. We're proud of our history, proud of our values, proud to serve the best country in the world. Cependant, chers amis, notre responsabilité principale est d'assurer notre avenir en tant que Canadiens et Canadiennes. Colleagues, our most important task is to secure our future as Canadians. We lead the G7 in job creation, We lead the G7 on the strength of our balance sheet. We lead the G7 in political stability. But for Canada to prosper through the challenges of this uncertain world, we must do more. We must keep our eye on the long term. We know, and Canadians know, that we face new competition from a host of rising economic powers. Pour notre génération et celle de nos enfants, il ne suffira plus d'être le chef de file du G7. Le Canada doit être prêt à affronter les meilleurs et à gagner. That's why, friends, despite our accomplishments, we will not rest here. We will go farther, and we must go faster. En tant que pays, une rare opportunité s'offre à nous. Notre richesse naturelle, nos finances solides, notre démocratie stable, notre réseau grandissant de relations commerciales, la forte demande mondiale pour nos ressources et le génie des Canadiens et Canadiennes, ces grands atouts sont alignés. As a country, we have a rare opportunity before us. Our natural wealth, our sound finances, our stable democracy, our expanding network of trade relationships, the strong world demand for our resources combined with the ingenuity of Canadians. These great assets are all aligned. C'est le moment du Canada. Et notre travail comme équipe et comme gouvernement est d'en profiter pour le bien de tous les Canadiens et Canadiennes. This is Canada's moment, and our job as a team, as a government, is to seize that moment for the benefit of all Canadians. Colleagues, when we say we have an opportunity to seize the moment, we're not talking about some academic theory or some ivory tower vision. Nous avons l'opportunité d'assurer la prospérité pour notre génération et pour les Canadiens et Canadiennes qui nous suivront. Nous devons assurer que le Canada est un leader mondial, pas pour notre image, mais pour les familles canadiennes, les Canadiens et Canadiennes qui travaillent fort, qui paient leurs impôts et qui respectent la loi, pour qu'ils puissent en bénéficier et aller de l'avant. It's about making sure that Canada is leading the world, not just for the sake of it, but so that Canadian families, Canadians who work hard, pay their taxes, and play by the rules, so that they benefit and they can get ahead. Now, later today, you're going to hear from His Excellency the Governor General. In the speech from the throne, he will tell Canadians how our government will build upon the foundations we have already laid. Obviously, I'm not going to preempt what His Excellency will say, but I can tell you what we won't say. There'll be no $20 billion carbon tax. There'll be no reckless economic experiments with people's livelihoods, and legalizing drugs is not on our agenda. Instead, the vision outline will focus on building our economy to make a difference for Canadian families. We're on track to balance our budget. We're expanding our trade. Nous terminerons bientôt les négociations sur un accord économique et commercial global avec l'Union européenne. We will soon complete negotiations on a comprehensive economic and trade agreement with the European Union. En développant nos ressources de façon responsable, en prenant toutes ces mesures et d'autres encore, nous allons continuer à créer des opportunités et des occasions pour les Canadiens et Canadiennes. By responsibly developing our resources, by taking all of these steps and many others, we will continue creating jobs and opportunities for Canadians. We will work hard to support and protect Canada's families and communities. Always remember, it was our government that reduced taxes across the board, for families, for small business, for seniors. Canadians know that we, and only we, will keep their taxes down. We will also continue to work to protect Canadians' consumers. We know Canadians have to make tough financial choices when spending their hard-earned dollars. They deserve choice, fair treatment, competitive prices, and so we're taking additional action. And we will continue to build on our efforts to tackle crime. Nous changeons notre système de justice pour qu'il traite les droits des victimes en priorité et pour qu'il tienne les criminels dangereux loin de nos rues. Et bien entendu, notre parti, notre gouvernement va toujours traiter notre pays, le Canada, en priorité. And of course, our party, our government, will always put Canada first. With the celebrations leading to Confederation's 150th birthday in 2017, we're reminded that from our earliest days, back when railways bound our new country together, we Conservatives have always been nation builders. As we look forward, we draw inspiration from our founders who dared to create this proud country because we are here to build on their legacy. Sommes ici pour saisir notre moment. And nous allons le faire. We're here to seize the moment before us, Canada's moment, and we will. Merci beaucoup.
Folks, that is a Sun News exclusive of Prime Minister Stephen Harper meeting with his Conservative caucus earlier today. Our Sun News cameras were allowed in. You will not see that video anywhere else.